It's that time of year for decoys, backpacks full of snacks, and all-day sits. Episode 4 of Whitetail Tips and Tactics, brought to you by Sportsman's Warehouse, starts now. Last episode, Philip, we talked about deer calling, using the grunt tube, using the doe bleat, different scenarios on how to use that. Now, we're going to add some more calling to the mix, along with decoy, and we're going to talk a little bit about setup. So, I know you've harvested a lot of deer over a decoy, and I don't know anybody in the industry that has done it any more than you have. And you've taught me a lot just by watching some of your videos and how you set up and how strategic it can be. So tell the viewers, a little bit about setting up decoys.
The main thing about setting up a decoy, first and foremost, you want that place to where you can have visibility and where you can see these bucks and where they're traveling through these pinch points and different areas. And when you set that decoy up, I mean, obviously, ideally, you want to have the wind in your face if you can. There's so many different ways to set up a decoy, but I think for the average guy starting, set that out there, face the head towards you, okay? Mm-hmm. Have the wind in your face there, and I try to allow them, wherever I'm in a ground blind or a tree stand, I try to allow enough space to where he'll come in between the decoy and my setup here where I can get that perfect shot. Usually around 25 yards, give or take. Sometimes it can be further, 30, 35 yards, depending. But there again, you want them to come in that way. They're broadside, right, quartering away when they're coming in. The one thing you got to remember, all bucks are a little different. You're going to have your aggressive bucks come to the head. Mm-hmm. Usually if he's really aggressive, he's going to come up there, and if he's going to hit him, he's going to take him out in that front part. Then you have some bucks that's timid or want to check out the competition, and they come into the tail. Mm-hmm. And of course, some people like to use lures and scents, mm-hmm, and I do. Sometimes I put something, at the back end, mm-hmm, of the decoy, more like something with a buck, like to say the buck urine down underneath there. But the doe urine, if you're going to use scents, put it on like he's up there getting ready to smell it. Mm-hmm. I think that's kind of the way I like to set up. But sometimes, especially if you ain't got a tree, Larry, say you're out and you're just like, golly, I want a decoy here, but there's no cover. Well, let me tell you something. What I've learned to do there is set that decoy real close to you. And I normally face the head, honestly, out there, like say 10 yards. And that way he's not going to bust you in the tree. Once you get his attention with your rattling and your grunting, or if he's just coming through, he's locked on that decoy, okay? Mm-hmm. And now he's going to make up his mind. But what that allows you to do, if he comes in and hits that decoy, then what they normally do is take about 2 or 3 bounces out there, and they'll stop and turn and give you that broadside or a quartering away shot.
Absolutely.
As soon as he comes in and you think he's going to hit that decoy, as soon as he makes that contact, I'll be drawing my bow. The timing is important. Is he going to stop right out there? It never fails. 9 times out of 10, he don't run plumb out of the country. He's like, what just happened here? I'm confused. He'll take 3 or 4 bounces, stop out there, and there is your shot. I'm telling you.
Yep.
And ain't nothing like it.
You brought up a good point too, and one thing, when I'm setting up a decoy, I look at, number 1, visibility, like you brought up. 2, is I want to make sure I have enough space to create for that deer to come around. So depending on what buck shows up, either that timid buck or that really aggressive buck, you've got it covered. Because a lot of times they will want to circle the decoy to get the wind and really kind of check things out. And that may be your shot opportunity. Every deer is not just going to come up and smash the decoy.
Nope, they're not.
And you've got to be committed to hunting with a decoy. And I promise that when you have a positive experience with a decoy and you see that it works, you're going to want to do it. You will can't wait to go use it again. Because this is the time of year right now that you're going to want, that hunters dream about, the rut. The rut. I mean, everybody, the bucks are chasing does, the bucks are getting aggressive, and this is the time where they're going to do most of their fighting.
As you know, right now is the time to start doing this. When you see a weather change and you get an opportunity, and I like to leave my decoy at my decoy spot, Larry, instead of carrying it in and out all the time. Find you a little place where you can hide it or cover it with something. Put it in your blind, things like that. Try to make it easy on yourself, because carrying a decoy in and out all the time, as you may well know as I do, it's tough to do because you're carrying your bow, your backpack, and a decoy.
Absolutely. Well, I can tell you right now is the time of year to grab a decoy, grab some calls, and get out there and have some fun. That's what's most important. So it's the time is now. That's all I can say. We're here in Kansas. I actually just decoyed a buck in today, and we had.
Oh, he's just a 161-inch buck. Huh?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's. Hopefully you'll be able to watch it on Respect the Game on YouTube here soon. But the time is now. Don't hesitate to grab a decoy, grab some calls, and get out there and have some fun. Try something new, make something happen.
And if you like adrenaline rush like I do, decoying is for you.
Good luck, be safe, and thanks for watching Whitetail Tips and Tactics, brought to you by Sportsman's Warehouse.